Hey, Fred, how are you?
Good, Doug.
Good. It seemed like there was a bit of lack of offensive discipline for long stretches tonight. Is that a fair assessment, you think?
For sure, absolutely. And that happens throughout a game, but I think we had too many in a row. Pull up three, pull up three, pull up three, pull up three, and the game changed. And um, for stretches there, we just didn't execute well enough to give our defense a chance, and we already weren't playing that well defensively, so that certainly didn't help our chances. But definitely got to have more discipline, shot selection wise, and just continue to trust our offense and trust the next play. But sure, for sure.
Does that come from wanting to play too fast or because it was easier yesterday? How does that sort of develop?
It's just we have an aggressive, free flowing offense and kind of an equal opportunity thing. And so, if a guy's dribbling up and he feels like he's got a look, he takes it and you make it, and it's a great shot, and you miss it, is terrible. But like I said, I don't think we can survive 3 and 4 and 5 of those in a row. One maybe, and then after that, it's like, all right, we got to get another good shot, especially the way the game is going. So it's tough. It's tough, but we'll look at the film and see where we can be better. That was just one of many problems we had tonight.
Thanks, Fred. Appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Eric Corrine from The Athletic.
Hey, Fred. Offensive discipline, do you consider that a part of just overall effort or is it a totally separate thing? I know that's a bit philosophical, but yeah.
That probably has something to do with it. I think, like I said, it's not I don't know if it's an effort thing in the sense of if you shoot a bad shot, you're not trying. I think it's just more so like that's the shortcut route. That's the easy route. Like swinging it and playing next action 3, 4, 5 times is hard to do. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus and fortitude to do that. And so, yeah, coming up and shooting a pull-up three might be easy. And if you make it, it's like I said, it's a big shot and a big three. But when you miss a few of those in a row, it just puts you on your heels and kind of takes the flow of the game. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on that. There was a lot of other things that we could have did better. But I thought for sure, I don't remember if it was the end of the third or the beginning of the fourth, where there was a stretch of a few of those in a row that kind of stalled us out a little bit.
Do you have any theories on why OG's face seems particularly like a magnet to elbows and stuff like that?
I mean, he's in the mix. He's making plays at the rim. He's making plays, when guys are driving. And unfortunately, he took the bad end of those collisions today. But we need him to keep doing it. Maybe it'll wear him off guard next time. I don't know. But I feel for him, man. That's the worst. That's the worst, getting smacked in the mouth like that.
Stay safe. Safe trip back.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Mike Ganter from the Toronto Sun.
Hey, Fred. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Wanted to ask you, and try not to get fined over this, but obviously tonight a big issue was the whistle and how little they let go. Can you talk about how difficult it is to play when the whistle is the way it was tonight?
Yeah, I can. I think, listen, I don't know the rules on what it takes to get fined. I certainly am learning that I don't know the rules of the game as well as I thought I did. So it's tough. It's very tough. There's nights when the whistle goes your way and there's nights when it doesn't. And, I think for me personally, I can't speak for any of the other guys. Tonight, I was just disappointed in the relationship and the back and forth that was going on between the players and the officials. So I can't speak to any calls or things that I would have liked to go different ways, but I will say that, getting a warning, 7-8 minutes left in the first quarter, that we were talking too much and complaining too much, that sets a hard precedent, for the rest of the 2 hours that we got to spend in the arena. So, again, I don't want to single those guys out, and I don't want to single any plays out, but it is very, very difficult to play that way. And I thought Nate got a great tech that kind of changed the momentum of the game, and it worked for them. And there's games where we get techs and it works for us. So you got to take it in stride. The referees certainly weren't the reason why we lost, but again, it definitely adds a different element to the game that is sometimes it's hard to overcome, especially on a back-to-back like that.
Got it. All right. Thanks, Fred.
If I get fined, I'm gonna
You
send
coming
you a
to
request for some money, bro.
You're coming up, barking up the wrong tree, brother.
Final question for you, Fred, goes to Stephen Lung from Sportsnet.
Hey, Fred. You mentioned some of like the defensive woes. Like obviously the first half, you guys gave up 70. Like what kind of was that? Just a result of like the game being sped up more? Like what happened there?
It's a great question, Stephen. I think again, I like to trust the film, the eye in the sky, but just off the top of my head, I would say I don't think we were sliding our feet enough. We weren't guarding and containing the ball as good as we did last night. We didn't make the extra rotations, and we kicked their butts yesterday, and they played like it tonight. And I think they had the extra will and the extra burst. And Brogdon was great off the dribble tonight. Miles Turner had a great night at the line. So I think that we just didn't move our feet as well as we needed to in terms of containing the ball, and just had too many breakdowns. But they made a lot of plays. Sometimes it's hard to weather 45 free throw attempts, but some of that is on us, and some of that is just the way the game is going. So again, gotta look at the film and see where we can be better. We got another game here in a day or so.